Today, the third and final trailer for Dragon Ball Super Broly was released, and there is a lot of stuff to unpack here. Certainly more than trailer number 2, which was a lot slower and more straightforward. We return back to the battlefield with Broly, Vegeta, and Goku for the majority of this trailer, and are presented with a ton of action shots. However, we still get a couple of neat story tidbits, and some surprising absences from this trailer as well. I'll get into all of that as we break this thing down frame by frame. The first thing about this trailer that jumped out at me was, wow, they really want to sell some red-haired Vegeta toys. Super Saiyan God Vegeta was all over this trailer. Is there any reason for him to use this form over blue? No. Even if he wanted to rock the anime eyes, he has his own special blue form specifically for that. But of course, it's no surprise that these characters are going to be constantly cycling through different Super Saiyan forms because cha-ching. Seriously though, Vegeta looked great in this trailer. The legend Yuya Takahashi can make anything look great, including Super Saiyan God, which is one of my least favorite forms in all of Dragon Ball. He made Goku look amazing in this form during the Tournament of Power, and now Vegeta is getting similar treatment. This wind-up shot of Vegeta going to punch Broly looks so great. It has such an impact, and this is the kind of stuff I love to see in Dragon Ball fight scenes. Red hair obviously exists to sell toys, but if they can make it look cool in the movie, then it's all good with me. Speaking of looking cool, of course we need to talk about Broly, the star of the show. Trailer 1 gave us some great action shots of Broly, but he really shines here in Trailer 3. His barbaric nature comes through so well with this animation style. We see tons of shaky lines, veins bursting out of his face, and even a Nappa-style mouth beam. Broly goes back to using one of his pretty much signature moves at this point, grabbing a dude by his head and destroying him through a solid object. Takahashi's Super Saiyan God Goku looks great here as he gets his ass punished by Broly. We see Frieza got armor. That's an interesting change that seemingly has come out at the last minute, since last month's trailer didn't have that armor at all. This is really strange. It's like they realized, hey, wait, Frieza was wearing armor when he blew up Vegeta? Oops. Like, how does no one catch that? Alternatively, they could have argued that they're doing a completely different interpretation of the Goku backstory, and in this one, Frieza has pink skin, and his armor looks different, but I guess not, since they changed the armor. It's all a bit messy, to say the least. We get a close-up shot of Piccolo opening his eyes, and I've already seen a lot of Piccolo fans hopeful that his inclusion in this trailer means he'll have a substantial role in the movie, unlike someone else who we haven't seen at all yet. Unfortunately for Piccolo, I could see this scene being literally his entire involvement with the movie. Like he senses Broly's ki and then just screws off to train with Goten or something. It's sad, but if one thing has been made clear with the marketing of this movie, is that this is the 3 Saiyan show. One of the lines in the trailer that has been getting a ton of discussion is this one, where Goku tells Broly, "You ain't a bad guy, I could tell," followed by a Scouter lady saying he isn't fighting because he wants to fight. I mean, I saw this coming from a mile away, but I'm about 99% sure Broly is going to end up joining the main cast at the end of this story. There is no way they went through all of this trouble to make Broly canon, only to use him and dump him after one movie. He's going to be in this for the long haul, so y'all better get used to him. Let's move into some of the things I didn't really like in this trailer. It sounds like we hear the main theme for the movie playing in the background, and I'm not a fan. There's a sound I associate with Dragon Ball, a certain rhythm, and this does not fit in my mind at all. There's a real lack of energy with this song, which is a super mismatch with the visuals, where we are seeing some of the hardest hitting action in all of Dragon Ball ever. They need to stop screwing around and pay Kageyama to come back. Enough said. We get a really good shot of Broly here sporting his 4th design from the character sheet. But then things start going off the rails a bit. We get a lot of CG footage in this trailer. I was really hoping we wouldn't see a lot of CG in this film, but from what I could tell, the movie is going to have quite a bit of it. Considering how gorgeous the 2D animation looks in this movie, it's literally some of the greatest art and animation in the history of Dragon Ball. I continue to be baffled at the inclusion of any CG whatsoever. Like, why is this even an option? This shot of Goku and Vegeta is nothing special at all. The framing, the posing, the action, all that stuff is nothing out of the ordinary. And yet, it's in CG. Why? Why bother? It sticks out like a sore thumb. It's obviously much improved over some of the CG we've seen in past Dragon Ball movies, but standing alongside Takahashi and Shintani's art, it looks like a joke. By the way, I'm not inherently against CG. If they want to do something that looks so fantastic and ambitious that they have to use CG to pull it off, then I'm totally open to that. But I'm not seeing that here. Hell, let's even compare to Dragon Ball FighterZ. Compare the direction between these two scenes and you might see what I mean. One is a boring, standard-ass shot where Goku and Vegeta have no expression and look like dolls, and the other is this amazing 360-degree zooming shot following Gohan all around and paying off with this awesome shot of Gohan performing the Kamehameha. To me, this is like night and day, and it rests on the direction of the movie. But it's clear that they're completely nailing it on the 2D side, so I'm just baffled at some of this CG stuff that comes off as completely boring in comparison. Okay, rant over. The trailer wraps up with the absolute money shot to end all money shots. Legendary Super Saiyan Broly powering up. A clear homage to this shot from movie 8. We see Takahashi's style emulate that hard-edged 90s Yamamuro style pretty much to perfection. Obviously, when everybody saw those character sheets and complained that Broly didn't look muscular enough, those fears were not warranted because he looks absolutely jacked in this movie. So that's about it for today. But there was one big omission from this trailer that I was actually surprised they held back on, and that is Gogeta. Now, obviously nothing is confirmed about Gogeta's presence in this movie, and for all we know, he's not in it at all. But with some of the stuff going around, mysterious toys not being revealed, data mining in video games, and even some staff comments, it really sounds like Gogeta is going to be making an appearance in the movie. In Japan, it seems like they don't really care about spoilers quite like we do here in the West. They tend to show off pretty much everything before a movie comes out. So I was surprised they held back here if, in fact, Gogeta is in the movie. However, we are a mere week away from the world premiere of Dragon Ball Super Broly at Budokan Hall in Japan. So within the next week, either Gogeta is going to pop up in a magazine or something, or we'll know the full details from people who have seen the movie. Either way, if you want to avoid spoilers, especially if you're waiting till January to watch, now may be the time to bail out. For me, barring some unforeseen circumstances, I still plan to fly to Japan in December, watch Dragon Ball Super Broly, and provide a full review for my channel. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. It is definitely an exciting time to be a Dragon Ball fan. It looks like this movie is going to kick ass. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a certain video game to play. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and take care.